Okay. Fucking die. One minute. Perfect. Now, where was I? Ah, yes, where we left off.
You require some additional services? What's the haps? Right on, baby. Just plug it in and I'll mix you up a sweet, sweet sound. Right on, baby. Let's spin some grooves.
Wow. What does it do to the gun? Bonus damage versus robots and power armor. Critical strikes causes explosions.
What's the
Brigade spark
haps?
critical strikes causes knockback. For this, I even test all these. So the opera singer. What's the tarantula? Critical strikes causes incendiary. What? Yeah, so criticals causes
What's the
incendiary.
haps? Right on.
The opera singer. Critical strike causes dismemberment.
What's the haps?
I kind of like the
Right on, baby. Let's spin some grooves.
the incendiary, because it means that anything I hit gets on fire instead of having more effectiveness on something that's not going to be real effective. Now, finish that quest. Over Blues.
You require some additional services?
Do I not have... Oh, I think I have to finish off the think tank first before it'll let me put my brain back. Dr. Kleinowicz, make sure you are prepared to finish this once and for all. As you can notice, the pacification field is off, as well as everything went red.
You're my best friend forever.
The lobotomite returns. Our lobotomite. Has Dr. Mobius been denominated into scrap metal and voice module parts, as we hoped? I recommend watching your tone with me, lobotomite. Now, your brain. Hand it over, or we'll extract it again. And what could we possibly have to speak about? You have the brain, we have the technology. All you must do is surrender. With it, we can finally leave this place. I cannot tell you how boring this place gets, chopping up the landscape and everything in it. And we have so many questions to ask your brain first. About this Mojave place. A fertile testing ground for our experiments.
Shit.
Nonsense. Confer, colleagues. Those are two words I do not recognize.
Dr. Klein, I must intersect. Please, do not harm the lobotomite.
I'm not going to harm it. I'm going to dissect it until it's dead. Why the sudden intersection, Dala?
I cannot stand a sweet breathing organism breathing in and out to suddenly not breathe. We must keep it alive for study. Slow study.
Dala, these vocalized pauses are unlike you. What do you care?
Klein, this lobotomite, it's a great sounding board. You respect ideology, right? This one's, well, it's got good ideas.
Silence, Dr. O. This is a think tank decision. Save your objections until after I have decided our course of action.
You know what, Klein? Stick a straw in your tank and suck yourself. Long and deep. And my name is Zero. Yeah, a big, fat zero with a slash through it.
The slash as a designator. Why, that is brilliant. But how did you...
The lobotomite taught me that. Taught me a name is more than, that I should take pride in things like names. And you know what? Forget it, Klein. I hate you. And your theory of brachial beam oscillation? The Chinese had it first, you copycat.
How dare you? Brachial beam oscillation was solely my discovery. I expressly told you that and deleted all evidence to the contrary. It's 2-8. Why are you acting like this? You've never refused to commit necessary surgery before. And this lobotomite needs its surgery.
This is why we did all those quests for them.
A noble speech, but there is no room in my vocabulators for friend and lobotomite in the same sentence. The very concept, revolting. Perhaps you are irradiated with camaraderie radiation. We have chems for that. We can save you from your emotional addiction.
If I may, I feel as if I must be the voice of reason here. This lobotomite is much like us. Regarding even animals and pets as nothing more than avenues to promote science. There is good here. Instead of ending its life on the table, we should prolong its suffering in the name of science. Like good old Gabe, the finest of lab specimens.
Why am I even listening to you fools? Enough of this mutinous chorus. If there's a word I hate, it's mutiny. And the word jism, which never made any sense to me. It's ridiculous putting j and zm together like that. Nonsense! I count as 5. Like the mighty human hand I once had, with its 5 penises clenched in a fist. Nonsense! The mathematics of this situation are on our side, lobotomite. I believe... No, wait. Carry the 2, then... If this were a democracy, I would be concerned. We are too scientific for that. So just surrender. You dare use logic against me? That's no deal at all. There's a whole world beyond the crater, filled with ideas and possibilities. We could have escaped, seen it all for ourselves, tested it, prodded at it, made it squirm. For you? And for science? I have a strange sensation that I would like that. How odd. Very well, partner. The think tank is at your service as long as you do not destroy us.
As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the brightest minds of the 23rd century. The Courier watched over the Big Empty for years to come, caring for it and keeping its discoveries safe until they were needed to help others. Which had always been Big Mountain's purpose. Past the laboratories and science, it had always been intended as a place to build the future of all mankind.
The Sync Central Intelligence Unit was impressed by the amount of exploration the Courier had undertaken. Facilities believed lost, destroyed, or ones that had simply gotten up and walked to new locations had been rediscovered by its intrepid new master. Internally, the artificial personality debated as to whether it preferred the old management to the new, and concluded that the Courier's thorough approach to research and investigation was admirable and worthy of its respect.
Dr. Mobius continued his research undisturbed in the Forbidden Zone. As much as he had attempted to create better scorpions, he tried the same with humanity, with considerably less success. These failures didn't bother him overmuch. Once the rush of mentats wore off, he forgot he had failed in any event. After all, the bright young mind who had come to visit him in the Forbidden Zone had already exceeded his expectations.
The Sync atop the dome bustled with the voices of a small town, constantly chirping, arguing, and snarling at each other. Still, this all happened productively in the interests of its new owner. The Sync Central Intelligence Unit discovered, despite its inversion code, it was comforted by the sense of community the other personalities gave it.
The Biological Research Station, obsessed with seeding everything in sight, requested a transfer to the X-22 Botanical Garden, so that it might, in its own words, sensually fertilize the garden's smooth contours. The garden sent back a polite refusal, saying it had prior commitments with a vault it had helped infect before the war.
The book chute continued to devour all seditious materials until it nearly choked on a paperclip. It adamantly maintained it was a Chinese paperclip, and the whole thing had been an elaborately orchestrated assassination attempt. Whatever the reason, it slowed down for a while, carefully appraising each document and clipboard that came to it.
The light switches continued to bicker and flicker.
This persisted until the day someone dropped a flashlight in the sink, and the two of them united in their hatred of the Showboat. One of them eventually transferred to the Lightwave Dynamics plant and began a long, unrequited affair with one of the holograms.
The thing continued to ruthlessly scrub any particulate matter that came near it. Eventually, it gained access to the magneto-hydraulics plant and nearly flooded all the Big Empty in an attempt to scrub the crater clean. Once it learned of the innovative toxins plant, however, it gained new purpose. It sought to develop antitoxins to flush into its drains and counteract the poisons bleeding into the soil.
The toaster continued its psychotic spree, reducing all appliances in range to scrap electronics and spare parts. After one of its more psychotic episodes, however, the other Sync personalities decided enough was enough and dumped the toaster in a bathtub. Sparking and hissing, the toaster swore its enemies would rue the day when they had bread and no way to toast it.
Muggy did his best to collect coffee cups, although in his quest, he accidentally trapped himself in Higgs Village. It might have been the end for poor Muggy. Except he found it peaceful there, tidying up the kitchens of the think tank professors back when they had been flesh and bone. Well, except for Dr. O, who was an asshole for having created Muggy in the first place. Muggy left O's house deliberately dirty, punishing the dishes and cups that lived there in blind revenge for serving Dr. O.
Blind old Jefferson, with sounds the courier brought him, created a symphonic counter-frequency that saved Big Mountain from sonic invasion in 2910. If you didn't hear about it, good. It was rumored by the other personalities that he had a brief fling with the light switches. Although he forgot their names once too often and was soon left in the dark as punishment.
Autodoc, always gentle and methodical, kept sewing up the courier in all the right places when the skin split open from repeated wear and tear. The Autodoc was just glad to have purpose again. It heard its simpler brothers and sisters who got shipped to the Sierra Madre were bored out of their skulls in that toxic dead city. In time, the Autodoc found a way to deactivate the Y-17 trauma harnesses, releasing the corpses they had held prisoner for almost 200 years.
As the courier ran through the X-8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. Rather than performing a superficial observation, they realized the subject barely knew what communism was, or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded. So it let its cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
The infiltration program in X-13 felt spent, having repeatedly upgraded the stealth suit until it could upgrade it no more. It felt warm, fulfilled, and a bit sluggish. It realized not long after the stealth suit had left it without so much as a note on the nightstand. So the infiltration program sent out robo-brains into the wastes, looking for its wayward technology. It eventually found Repcon HQ and set up a new research center, testing and murdering fiends who kept breaking into the facility.
The courier, organs intact, continued onwards, a little less heavy of step, but with all the organs in the right places, as they should be. After all, brains can develop a life of their own when left to their own thoughts, and the courier's brain was more clever than most.
Dr. Klein and the think tank remained alive, unaware of the world outside. They looped through their daily routine, none the wiser about the world beyond, although perhaps wiser was the wrong word. The world outside belonged to the courier, and if anyone would shape it, well, the courier had already called dibs.
There is an expression in the wasteland, old world blues.
It refers to those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries to come.
In the times following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, however, old world blues took on a new meaning.
Where once it was viewed as a form of sadness, nostalgia, it became an expression describing the potential for the future.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the courier at the helm, science became a beacon for the future. There was old world blues, and new world hope. And hope ruled the day at Big Mountain.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal Ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one. The Sync sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return, shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the courier had to walk alone.
You have lost the brainless perk. You've been granted the big brained perk. Big brain perk. Your brain is back in your body, but some of the advanced technologies remain. Your head still cannot be crippled, but you are only 10% more resistant to addiction now. Surprisingly, your damage threshold has improved by 10%, minimum of +1 DT. You've acquired the Big Mountain Transponder. It's capable of transporting you and you alone between the Mojave Wasteland and Big Mountain. To return to the Mojave, or to go back to Big Mountain from the Mojave, simply equip the transponder as you would any weapon, pull the trigger, and away you'll go. Note that it won't work in interiors or combat situations, and is not totally incapable of harming your enemies.
Huzzah, sir! Huzzah! Huzzah, sir!
Muggy's the only one that's not going, yeah! Oh, Black Betty. So I think I'm done here. Which is good. So apparently this thing is not totally incapable of harming people, but I'm not sure about that one, Chief. And we're back! I walk this lonely road, the only road that I have ever known. I don't know where it goes, but I walk alone, I walk alone. I pet this lonely toad. I pet my lonely toad. Oh god, back to my beautiful, beautiful Mojave Wasteland. The end of one DLC is the beginning of literally the shortest one in existence. Actually, what's my carry capacity? Because I have to be at a certain carry capacity. Way too much, gamer! It's fine. I pet my lonely toad. His name's Jeremy.
Howdy, friend. Heard my little broadcast, did you? Yeah, you look the type. The job is simple. Help us get this caravan into Zion and find New Canaan. The pay is 25 caps per day. Half up front, half on return. You'll get a bonus if we make it into Zion, plus another bonus if we reach New Canaan. Oh, one more thing. Don't mention the name Joshua Graham to anyone. Just don't. It makes the new Canaanites powerful uncomfortable, and it scares the britches off the tribals. Don't talk about the Burn Man either while you're at it. Trust me on this one. It's for your own good. We're a smaller company out of Sacktown, up in the northern part of the NCR. We run some business through New Reno. They're on the Little Loop. Had a nice run to Salt Lake City, too, but then we lost contact with New Canaan, and that went all to hell. Without New Canaan's mission in Zion, the only ways to Salt Lake City are down the old I-80, or up through Ogden. The highway's too risky. NCR's rangers are so busy here in the Mojave, they don't have the manpower to keep the raiders off. Ogden's just too far. We'd lose more in travel expenses than we'd ever earn. Don't know much about the place, but I can tell you about the people. The new Canaanites were some kind of religious group from before the war. They control the old city of Ogden, a ways north of Zion, and they got themselves a nice defensible mission in the canyon itself. Or they did. They trade a fair bit with the tribes in Zion. Well, the ones that don't try to kill them anyways. I ain't a praying man myself. They paid for their goods and dealt square with us. That's all I ever cared about. But don't think that just because they're religious, that they're pacifists. They take care of their own, and they're damn fine marksmen, too. Nope. Hence this caravan. If we don't make contact with the new Canaanites, Happy Trails might as well just shrivel up and die. Shoot. Well, I ain't never been inside myself. Did some trading with the new Canaanites from their mission there, but that was all on the outskirts. All the old ways in and out were destroyed after the war, but we got ourselves the location of a pass the new Canaanites use. That's our way in. That's why I wanted someone with a Pip-Boy on the caravan. The map will be helpful for checking the topography, keeping us on the trail. Well, it ain't good, I'll tell you that. It's not like the Mojave or the NCR. Hell, even Arizona under Caesar is safer. You got raiders all over the damn place. Tribes of degenerates that'll eat you as soon as look at you. Regional warlords, the works. Not too many decent places to stop and trade. New Canaan's one of the only ones left I know about. They're about what you'd expect. Crazy, jacked up on chems, violent as hell, and not too bright. The worst of the 80s, but we won't be passing through their turf on this run. That's right. The folks that lived in Zion before the war, they didn't just get a little savage. They're downright feral. Most of them don't even speak English anymore. You've got to get yourself a new Canaanite translator to talk to them. The ones you really gotta watch out for are the Whitelegs from the Great Salt Lake. They'll attack just about anyone that ain't one of theirs. Dangerous enough we won't be going near them if we can help it. I got no desire for my head to decorate some little gas station fort's walls, thanks. I bet you are, but you ain't going nowhere loaded down like a pack Brahmin. All right, I reckon you know your limits. You keel over on me out there, though, and I'll leave your ass after we take everything useful you crammed in your pack. You ain't never been to Zion, have you? We'll be passing through a whole mess of narrow slot canyons and high rough passes. A big pack will get you wedged in like a super mutant crawling through a storm drain, and too much weight will kill you in the thin air.
Hey, little lady. Don't be scared to join this caravan. I'll keep a close eye on you. Real close. Promises. Hey, hey, hey! Fuck you! I didn't say nothing about using Psycho! You wanna know what I do, Toots? Anything I fucking want. I'm one of a kind. I've been places, see? And done things. Lots of them. And when it's time to kill shit up, hell yeah, I'm a fucking storm of death. Something or someone make the mistake of crossing Ricky, I'll fucking dead-eye him, her, or it. In fact, that's my nickname. Dead-Eye Ricky. That's my name. How you think? I shoot things in the eye. That's how good I am. Yeah, I'm that good. Why, once I got jumped by 3 Deathjaws. Except, actually, it was 4 of them. Imagine that! But I didn't panic. Because I never panic. What I did was become a storm of death. Shot every one of them monsters pop in the eye.
Damn, Ricky.
No, you heard me right. Deathjaws. They're like death claws, but bigger teeth. Or there was the time one of them Steel Brotherhood assholes made the mistake of messing with me. Last mistake he ever made. What's it sound like I'm saying? If I was saying what you said I was saying, then yeah, I said it. I was walking along, minding my own, and up pops one of them Brotherhoods. He yells, "Hand over that laser rifle, asshole!" So I hand it over, just to make him think I'm scared. But really I'm not. I never am. Before he knows what hit him, I draw my 11mm machine gun and bam, bam, right through the eye slit in his helmet. DOA. Then I guess this dumb fucker's armor must have been D-series or something. All I know is he died up real dead when I killed him, okay? Well, I grew up near Dayglow out west, so yeah, I grew a third nut that glows in the dark.
Okay.
I'll drop trout for you out on the trail after dark, sis. Let you see what you're working with. Know what I mean? Hey, that's... Man, what a bitch! I was just being friendly!
That's not friendly, that's sexual assault.
Nice job, Eagle Eye. Of course I got a pit boy and a vault suit. So what?
One minute. Okay, I think it's fine.
Where the fuck you think? Vault 2-2. That's where I grew up. Oh, you've been to Vault 2-2, huh? I may have been exaggerating a little. Truth is, I got the suit and the pit boy off a dead prospector who came out from Zion. Guy was dead when I found him, okay? Had a ton of shit on him. That's how I know there's good loot in Zion, see? Sorry. The shit I do with it is so far over your head, be wasting my time to put it in words you could understand. Basically, it makes me badass. More badass, I mean. It's totally mind-blowing shit. It ain't just some bracelet. Know what I mean? Jed says it's got maps and shit like that. So that's how I'm gonna guide this caravan where it needs to go. Not that I didn't know all that already. Huh? Of course I noticed. First thing I noticed about you. Me? I'm so used to wearing mine, it's just normal. Don't think you're someone special just because you got one. Bullshit! Ain't nothing wrong with my pit boy. I mean, Pip Boy. Look, this is a sweet gig for me. Don't go fucking it up. What are you after anyways? Fine. Just keep it to yourself, all right? Don't be such a fucking jerk about it.
Oh, I can't
God damn it!
wait till
I didn't
you
say
die.
nothing about using Psycho. But, just talking hypno-theoretically here. Got any suggestions? Why'd you bring it up then? When the withdrawal hits and I feel like killing something, I'll know where to start. Yeah, whatever.
You seen that tower on the strip all lit up? You can see it for miles.
Looking to join this caravan, huh? Look to me like you can handle yourself. Earning my keep, Jed hired me on as a caravan guard for this expedition of his. The work suits me. I've tried staying put in one place, but it never works out. Grew up in New Reno, and I couldn't put that snake pit behind me fast enough. Then I wound up wasting the prime of my life playing sheriff in Caliente. Little town north on the 93. Talk about a pain in the ass. You ask me, best to keep moving. At least the scenery changes. Imagine New Vegas if there was no Mr. House-type fella keeping the peace. Then give everybody a gun and a jet addiction. Town's run by a bunch of crime families. No law to speak of. Make trouble and you wind up buried in Golgotha outside town. The scuzz factor's off the charts. Non-stop whoring and drugs. Couldn't walk down the street without getting asked to star in a porn movie. So I got my ass out of there while I still owned it. Guess I figured the answer to every problem was rule of law. Naive, huh? Place lived up to its name, that's for sure. When you got fresh water and a trickle of geothermic power, always be some gang of assholes wants to kill you for it. Spent more years and took more bullets than I care to admit protecting that hellhole from dangers within and without. If it wasn't the 80s or the White Legs raiding, it was someone from town drunk off his ass trying to win an argument with a shotgun. Got tired of shooting the folks I was supposed to protect. So, now I do this. What's the difference? Raiders is raiders. Bunch of them swept into town and dragged off 2 working girls. Deputies and me gave pursuit, straight into 80s territory. By the time we caught up with the girls, there wasn't much left of them, so we turned for home. Made it back to Caliente without further losses, but we was watched the whole way. Never seen so few people cover so much land. Goddamn creepy. If the 80s had wanted to kill us, we would have been dead. Guess they figured we weren't worth the trouble. Used to be they raided northeast of Caliente time to time. But then the Desert Rangers fell apart 10 years ago, absorbed into the NCR. Soon enough, the White Legs were swarming all over that stretch of I-15. Folks learned not to head north if they wanted to keep their scalps. Eventually, the White Legs destroyed the bridges across the Virgin River over in Arizona. End of discussion. Catch you another time, then.
All right.
Are you here to jaw at me a while longer? Or are we ready to get this show on the road? I bet you are. But you ain't going nowhere loaded down like a pack Brahmin.
Brother,
There's a chest over yonder. You can store your extra in that. It'll be safe as can be until you get back.
Where? Right here? Okay. So here's the thing. I'm not gonna do that. For the simple fact that this DLC is so short and has so much shit crammed into it, that to do that is like saying, oh, I can pick up fucking 500 more pounds and it'd be fine. It's fine, don't worry about it. Which I can't, so... Just fucking sprint. Sprint, 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 jump. I don't see him. Good. It's gonna suck when we gotta go kill Benny.
Where to, partner?
Oh, you know, my house. Ah, perfect. So, Eddie, you... This is why we want we saved that
you.
combat armor.
You need something repaired or something? Sure. Talk to me at my shack. Oh, anything's better than... I expect to be awed by your What can I do for you, boss? Good call. I mean, if that's what you really want, boss. Hey, as long as you're not asking...
Perfect. Why can't they get rid of murder on his helmet? Oh well. the remake of Fallout, this one, I haven't seen much of it, but if they fuck it up, I swear to God, I'm kidding. Yeah, a little bit, not too much, but yeah. Perfect. Now.
High roller sweet.
High roller sweet. Casino.
Casino.
Sweet home casino. I have no weapons. Or practically no weapons.
Are you here to jar me? There's a chest over you.
Fuck it. We'll leave one thing in here. Oh, but I need it. Alright, what ways? Of course I have to be 1 pound under what I need. Great. That's fucking... Yeah, fuck, it's fine. Damn, bro. Of course I have to be under 100 pounds. I'm literally gonna go drop one thing off and pick a couple things up, because everything in my inventory weighs 4 to fucking 20 pounds, and it's all good shit, so...
Strip secure.
Okay. This sucks.
Where to, partner?
Present sweet.
You're my best friend forever.
It's my mistake. Do I get very freaky? Fine, so if I pick up you, upgraded. Well, oh my god, bro. Probably not gonna use the 9mm. So let's get rid of that. Nope, never mind. Fuck. So anything under 3 pounds. 3 pounds or under. Caravan shotgun. Okay, let's take that, I guess.
High roller, sweet.
High roller, sweet.
Casino.
Alright. Now that I'm under 100 pounds, I should be able to do this. Kazam. Kazam, kazaa.
Are you here to join?
Shut.
Are you now? You know we ain't coming back this way for a good long while now, right? And you know about the weight limit.
Shut.
I don't want no whining about old Mr. Masterson. I left my one-of-a-kind plasma cannon back at base. Can we go back for it? You sure you're ready now? Well, all right then. Let's get moving. We got a long road
I
ahead of
left
us.
my one-of-a-kind sniper rifle back at base.
The paths we're following are slow going, so you might as well keep your ears open and listen to what old Jed has to say. A few decades back, folks in the NCR started to hear about a community in northern Utah called New Canaan. Didn't know much about them, except that they were religious folks, sent out missionaries to talk to the tribes. We've seen our share of cults, but the New Canaanites, they were honest traders. Good fighters, too. Raiders wouldn't tangle with them. But then, the Legion appeared in Arizona. I reckon you know all about them. Turns out Caesar's first war chief, the Malpais Legate, was a New Canaanite, Joshua Graham. Legend goes that Graham was the meanest, toughest son of a bitch in the whole damn Legion. The New Canaanites wouldn't talk about him. They were ashamed. Guess I can't blame them. Well, at Hoover Dam, the Malpais Legate finally met his match. Hanlon and Oliver kicked his New Canaanite butt right back over the river. Caesar had to make an example for the others, to show them that even at the highest level, failure wouldn't be tolerated. He had Graham covered in pitch, lit on fire, and thrown into the Grand Canyon. People say he didn't even scream on the way down. Not long after, some of the slaves and tribals started to talk. Said Graham wasn't dead. Shouldn't have been any surprise. All this talk bothered Caesar, so he forbade anyone from speaking his name. Wanted to erase Joshua Graham from history. He got his wish. Joshua Graham disappeared, and in his place came legends of the burned man walking the wastes. Probably just a tribal ghost story. But New Canaan's been silent for a long time. Maybe it's a coincidence. Maybe the Malpais Legate is dead. Or maybe Joshua Graham did crawl out of that canyon and finally found his way back home. All right, people. Been a long couple of weeks, but here we are. Zion. I know your feet hurt. I know you're tired, but I need everyone's mind on the trail ahead.
Ain't the trail that worries me, Jed. Those descents we made through that slot canyon back up there. Ain't no way we're getting back out the way we come. And then what?
God damn it, Stella heard you the first time. And the 15th, too. The New Canaanites will know a way. And if they don't, we've got the maps on our friend's Pip-Boy over there. Enough lollygagging. Get moving. And keep an eye out for tribals.
Sorry to bother you with me.
As you can clearly see, this map is very small. Like, all this, from that dotted line right there, that's how big this map is. That's the cutoff area. The rest of this, out of bounds, out of bounds, out of bounds. Hey, not that, oh, nope, out of bounds, out of bounds, out of bounds, out of bounds. All of it most of this entire area out of bounds. The only actual playable area is from here to here down to like these two over here. It's not very big. Oh good,
Who cares if we can't get back out the way we come? That's not a problem.
Hold on now. Could swear I heard something up ahead. God! Cover people!
They're all gonna die. It's scripted, even if they don't. There's physically nothing you can do to stop them from dying. See? Literally, physically nothing you can do. Which sucks. Because these guys are dope. It's fine, we'll give them a proper burial. Hee hee, hee hee. I got my recharge pistol. Suck it. This dance is my recital. The bitter drink. Power Fist.
Uh-oh. That's all.
The 45 automatic machine gun. I'm kidding. No, but it is a good gun. Good gun, good gun. Shame there's not a lot of ammo. There's about whatever's here. And that's it. Oh fuck, we didn't get the rebreather. Oh shit, we were gonna need that. Well, it's too late, I can't go back through. Damn fucking fan, fuck off. I'm trying to do a thing. There is a thing. What? Oh, it's you.
Was that all?
There is a thing over here.
White legs don't
This
leave
dude.
survivors often. You're some kind of lucky, let me tell you. You came from outside, didn't you? From the civilized lands. Wow. Joshua will want to hear about this.
Who is
Joshua Graham?
This Joshua?
He leads our tribe. Thanks to him, the dead horses are strong and safe from our enemies. He'll want to talk to anyone coming up from Southways. Guess that means just you now. Come, I can take you to him.
Let's go.
We head east then. Joshua is at our tribe's camp in the Eastern Virgin.
Okay, two things. One, he has a really good perk that is only good would be good if you were able to take him back to the base game. If you can get him high enough, he can mark almost every location all over here. Mark it on your map, not like a location you can go to, but almost mark every location here if you take him to the middle and you just take him to the highest point of the map. Of the middle. Another thing is you can just avoid this DLC completely if you shoot him dead. And since there's a fuck ton of people that didn't know jack about this DLC, that when it first came out, they had already been greeted with the white leg, so they saw him, assumed he was a hostile as well, and shot him on sight. And which caused the DLC to automatically end. Because he is an important character.
Hold up. See that log over there? Take a closer look. There might be some good stuff tucked in there.
No, fuck you. So if you take him to like this ledge, to the point where you can see off. Come on. Oh, he didn't do it. I think he has to be up there.
We follow this path for a while. Nice view of the river. Eh. Please, don't move.
Bear.
Are we being watched?
That was
And a green gecko.
Guess that one was all full of gecko, eh? Don't get used to it, though. Yao Guai are plenty mean as a rule.
Well, I ain't totally, susceptible to being murdered. Ooh, oh, lucky old son.
You can take the path north here if you want, or head
You
east
can
over the
take
ridge.
my drugs.
There's a nice view from the top of that cliff, if you want to look.
I will take a look. So it's a damn good thing I'm incredibly
That's all.
powerful and two shots just murder Yao Guai.
We can go. Fighting now.
It's a damn good thing I'm powerful, because that would
Was that
murder
all?
me. You've discovered the spoon. I've discovered a spoon.
Some kind of view up here, eh? If you know how
Yep.
to look.
Wild Chalk's perk. So, yeah. Old Rockville Village, Two Skies Cave, and Virginia
Spot
River.
all kinds of landmarks from up here.
All marked because this man's skill. What? Oh, yeah, it's this guy. We already found one of the things. I had nothing. This man exists, though. Move, fellows truck. Move. Yes. 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 Yes, move. Yes. 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 Alright, that joke's is shit. I'm stopping it right here, right now. Right here, right now. Let's go. Joshua Graham. Joshua Graham. Joshua Graham. There's so many locations that are all right next to each other that's impossible to come through here without seeing at least 4 locations. Oh, fuck it. Where's the sniper rifle? That's how we take care of a bug problem. Instead of it being... I missed. Instead of it being a bug!
Steady. Fighting. Cessation of hostilities complete.
Oh, come on, notification. Fuck off. Oi, notification. Fuck off, mate. Blimey. I was about to take the shot. Don't you taunt me, Gecko. Lord.
Shamans say our enemies' souls are trapped in them. But Joshua says it shows we're serious about fighting Whitelegs.
So the shamans say one thing, Joshua says, I am going the way of our Lord and Savior, Jeremy Rice.
Cessation of hostilities complete.
I did not know there were Yaogwai up here, otherwise I would have turned around.
Sneaking done. Fighting now.
But it's fine. 'Cause I just blew a man's brains all over the fucking pavement. I blew his fucking brains out. Yeehaw, choke-a-fuck. Yeehaw, choke-a-fuck. Yeehaw, chuckle-fuck. Ooh, I'm dead.
Was that all?
I didn't die. That hurt though. Hey, Billy. Hey, Ron. My cats are dead. Smoke on the range where the critters are all tied up in chains. Home on the range where the critters are all tied up in chains.
Time to fight.
Alright, that's enough of that joke. That's enough of you.
That's all.
Taboo places. Places from back when.
Zion National
I
Park.
don't buy into that stuff.
Good thing for you, I don't buy into the taboo. Oh yeah, so all these white, red handprints mean that the tribals have marked this place as taboo. And the reason he's commenting on it is because he doesn't believe in it. He thinks it's fine. But nobody will go in because, ooh, taboo. Hey, boo-boo, it's taboo. So, yeah. Because he's a bitch and he needs someone to go with him and hold his hand. I'm kidding. He's a good character. I just like making everybody hate me. It's fine. I wouldn't be too concerned. Come on, Sesame Street. Activate. Activate. Or don't. Look, it's a painting of the Burned Man. Joshua Scram. Joshua Scraggram.
So I finally get to explore all those taboo places without the other scouts yelling at me? Can't wait.
Yeah, that. He gets yelled at when he explores. This is a curious young man, and I would be too. Shame for him though, because I'm here to commit murder and evade taxes.
That's not the way to the camp.
The right way. Nope. There we go. Let's get started. Yeah, everybody. Yeah, everybody. Yeah. Everybody, yeah, move your body, yeah.
Down this path to the north. Hope you don't mind getting wet.
I hope you don't mind getting shot.
These paintings show the dead horses' victories against other tribes. Lots more of them since Joshua came to us. Nearly there now.
Okay, so what we do have to be worried about is there... Yeah, that.
Somehow, eh?
Look at the fish! Like, we've already explored most of the places here. And this is just the beginning section.
The Angel Cave.
Like, how many places are we in Manzana? There should be a quest mark before it. Challenges. Nope, not up close. Next challenge. Nope, wrong thing. Next challenge. Evade Samurai. Yep, nope, wrong challenge. Next. Yep, like MT. How many places? Jaguar Hunter. Warhead Hunter. Up to the challenge, complete 10 out of the 50 challenges. Useless Odyssey, Tough Guy, Courier Mile, Survivalist Bounty. Discover all 6 of the Survivalist hidden caches. Use stem packs, amazing. Sure talks a lot. Activate speech successes 50 times. Nope. Nope. No. Wait. Quarter space? Dare to venture beyond the big mountain perimeter. Oh, dare to venture beyond the big mountain perimeter more than once. So I have to go back and do that twice. Nostalgia. More likely, and nope. Dressed in a complete set of Dr. Mobius clothes. I'll do that later. Discover Master of the Mojave. Lord Death of Murder Mountain. Kill anything, just more of it. Is there even one for oh wow, there's none for here. That sucks. Otherwise we'd be marking, fucking seeing how many places you could mark on this thing as much
Auslander Zuka,
as
Joshua
possible.
Graham.
What is English?
Show respect, Auslander. Joshua Graham, greatest war chief.
Are we being watched?
If you have an intelligence of 10,
We should
you
have
can
given
just
you a better
automatically
welcome on
understand
your
them.
first visit to Zion. But from what I hear, the Whitelegs beat us to it. Whitelegs seem to be the only visitors we have these days. And I wouldn't have expected anyone from the Mojave to come looking for us. And you're a courier, no less. Not the one I was expecting, but I suppose he wouldn't have come with a caravan. I don't know if you were close to the other members of your group, but you have my sympathy. I pray for the safety of all good people who come to Zion, even Gentiles. But we can't expect God to do all the work. The Dead Horses are capable scouts. Nothing passes into or out of Zion without my hearing of it. Happy trails. I remember. They were good friends. I have bad news for your employers. New Canaan was destroyed, its citizens scattered. All because of the Whitelegs. And Caesar, of course. The Whitelegs want to join the Legion. Caesar's rite of passage is the destruction of the New Canaanites. Almost assuredly because of me. The good news is that we can help you find your way back. Daniel, one of the other New Canaanites, has made many maps of the region. The bad news is that we can't help you right now. Not with everything that's going on. You're a good neighbor to us. We all go through periods of darkness. In such times, we can turn to the Lord. But it's good to have friends. Daniel and I need pre-war tools to help us navigate beyond Zion. Should we need to evacuate, these instruments will be vital to us. Normally, we would have some of the Dead Horses or Sorrows look for them. But many pre-war buildings in the valley are taboo. They won't go inside. Thank you. Follows Chalk can help you find your way around the valley. He's inexperienced, but he knows enough of our language to ignore the taboos about pre-war buildings.
Okay, so I started it. This DLC is incredibly short, and I don't really want to play it all in one sitting. Even though I'm sure most people would prefer I did. I really don't want to do that. It doesn't do this DLC justice enough for me to do that, and so I'm going to, whether people like it or not, close stream out, upload the video to YouTube, call it good for today, and tomorrow, maybe, I will continue and either beat it or break it up into another part. But I've done this game 10 times, and all of them I've done this DLC in one sitting, and I just don't like doing it. It doesn't give it enough justice, in my opinion. We will, however, close stream out by getting the bloody mass pack. And just to prove to you, we've already discovered most of the locations. All the locations are in this central area. And, like, it's not that big, okay? Because we went from here all the way to here, and it took us less than 30 minutes. It took us, like, 10. Not even 10, it took us, like, 2, 3. It's a very small map. And the only reason it's not an hour-long DLC is because there's mountains and rivers and shit that block most of the stuff. Like, look, this is the border. It's not that big. It's not that big. Most of this area is, like, out of bounds, and you can't even get to it, so yeah, no, I'm just gonna turn it off here, because I love this DLC. It's my second favorite. Nope, didn't mean to load. It's my second favorite because, Joshua Graham, and he has legitimately turned over a lot of people religious just for his lines in this game. So I just want to do it justice.